Hello, hello. Elisa here, back with another episode discussing the trends and search terms that we're seeing on Pinterest. So let me know where you're watching and what you're hoping to get out of this episode and future episodes. Always looking for ideas on what to create. So Pinterest does publish this this report weekly. I'm going to drop this in the comments on, let's see, I think it only goes to YouTube, that predicts what's going to happen. So what they do is they're not looking at just this week. They're looking at trends that build up over the past 12 months or so, but are particularly happening right now. So let's talk about some of them. We can talk about the angle. So if you're watching and you're hearing about a trend and you're thinking, that doesn't apply to me, how am I going to do that? Let me know what your industry is, and we'll see if we can figure out an angle on this trend that you can take advantage of. Right, so there's one that, not super surprising, back to school. And you might be feeling like, oh, that ship has sailed. You know, I grew up in New England and we didn't start school until September. So it is still happening. You can still create content and still have success with back to school. What if that's not your industry though? I mean, I always feel like there's this subtle influence in imaging that can help no matter what your topic is. So what might that look like? Well, it might look like using a photo, say you have a fashion product, using a photo of someone waiting for the school bus wearing your outfit, or on campus wearing your outfit. And that sort of thing just tends to resonate better because it feels relevant in the moment, even if you're not specifically talking about back to school. There's something weird happening, and I'm hoping that someone can help me understand this. There has been a 25% increase in checkouts for digital cameras on Pinterest the last 2 weeks compared to the previous 2 weeks. Can someone explain this to me? Because our phones are so good. Like, who are the people who are buying digital cameras on Pinterest? And what does this mean? I'm not really sure. I'm hoping that you have some insights. I think it could point to a desire for more self-expression, a desire for being artistic and creative. Still a lot of us are stuck at home. Hi, Jana. Let me know what you think about that 25% increase in checkouts for digital cameras lately on Pinterest. Interesting. Back to school, everything, hairstyles, photo sessions. And maybe that's it. Maybe people are buying cameras to do photo sessions. I don't know. Okay, so let's get off of back to school and talk about what teachers, well, we're still back to school, right? People are buying desk organizers. If you're a teacher, maybe you're buying one of those. String lights in the classroom. Okay, grew up in New England. It was dark by 4 o'clock. Was starting to get there in the afternoon. That would have been a great idea. Brighten things up, cheer the kids up, wake them up a little bit. Love this idea. 145% increase in searches for string lights in classroom. Again, maybe that was 40 searches last year, and now we have 145% of that. Don't know, but it was significant enough for Pinterest to include that. Teachers are also looking at decorating classroom tables, classroom accent wall. If any of that is in your wheelhouse, this is the time. Of course, okay, so Jenna says maybe vloggers. I know I got other cameras to have more angles. That is very smart. Yeah, so not thinking about just static images. Video. Very smart. Okay. Kids, back to school, dorms. People are looking for dorm room wall art. So if that's something that you sell, and even if you're thinking that's not really what I sell, it could be, right? There are so many drop shippers out there that you could use to upload maybe a custom design. Maybe you are an artist like Jenna. You could create some dorm room wall art and sell that online. Dorm room headboards, because that dorm room wall art search, it's looking like this and way up since last year. So 105% increase in searches for that term. Boho college dorm, boho is big, dorm rugs. Checkouts on Pinterest for posters, prints, and visual artwork up 10% in the last 2 weeks compared to the two before that. Really interesting, right? All right. More dormy stuff. 2x increase in checkouts for espresso machines. All right, now we're getting back into the home. What's that about? Not really sure. Didn't we have this a couple weeks ago too? And somebody in the audience said, "Oh, I just bought one." So it is reflecting real life, but it's also going back to school. Dorm coffee station has a big jump right now. Dorm room kitchen, dorm seating, dorm shopping list. That Gen Z, I mean, they came on strong last year and they are just dominating these trends, which is pretty cool. Okay, still more dorm stuff. Dorm room desk organization, fridge and microwave storage, underbed storage, dorm storage ideas. People buying more clothing and closet storage on Pinterest. Okay, more and more about dorms. Let's move on to some furniture. Still dorms, dorm loft bed ideas, increase in checkout for beanbag chairs. Now that I have seen outside of dorm settings lately, it seems like they're a big thing. Used to have those when I was a kid. Did you ever use beanbag? I loved them. They're so fun. And those were the ones that had like the sticky, plasticky covers. I'm sure they're much better now. All right, let's party. Let's party back to school style. Back to school bash, 115% increase. College tailgate outfit, off to college party, back to school night. Interesting that even with the numbers we're seeing for Delta, the kids are still wanting to party. Okay. Checkouts for laptops, laptop bags for women, supplies. We always need back to school supplies. That was one of the very few fun parts about going back to school shopping or having to go back to school. All the supplies you get to buy. Back to school essentials increase is up 4x. So again, we're thinking, is back to school over? It's not. So, and you can always check trends.pinterest.com to see what is still kind of on the upswing. Likely these are going to start to tank pretty quick, but there's still possibility out there. So kids are buying video game consoles. Their how to hide modem and router. Couple gaming setup is up 86 times the searches in the past 4 weeks compared to the ones before. Indie is really big. So we have boho, we have indie. Those two are kind of similar in my head anyway. Indie backpack, school outfits, background laptop, indie style room. So again, like if style fashion is not your thing, how can you do that? Well, look at what people are calling that indie aesthetic and see if you can pull that into your pin design. Again, it's not about the topic. It's about what feels new and current and relevant today. And that's going to be including indie and boho. Sports. Soccer girls outfits, team mom football, volleyball team shirts. It's interesting to me that people will be searching that on Pinterest. And I think what we're starting to see is a little bit more of that purchase intent search that's happening. And maybe Pinterest is kind of biased towards pulling that out. I don't really know. But you can't deny the increase there. 30% increase in checkouts for dance dresses, skirts, and costumes over the last 2 weeks compared to the 2 before. And then the holidays. So we know those started weeks ago already, but the searches for like Halloween stuff and Christmas is just up. So not too surprising there. It's mainly back to school and Christmas, but there are some cool things that Pinterest released this week that I wanted to make sure we had a chance to talk about. These are in the Pinterest community, I believe is where I found these. If you're not there, actually it's the creator community, you're going to want to go to community.pinterest.com and then look at creator hubs and see if your country is there. Hopefully it is. And then click on that, which will take you to you have to apply. And then once you get in, you'll get to the creator hub. And this is where Pinterest posts some really cool stuff, such as the product release roundups. So I can't tell if there's a cadence here, if it's, I guess it's every month or so. This one just came out yesterday, so this is hot news. I can share a link with you, but unless you're in, it won't work. But let's just see if anybody is in here. It's already in the community. There you go. You can keep this on for reference. Okay. This one was really exciting to me. Hair pattern search. Why would that be exciting to me? Because I have very curly hair. So when you look on Pinterest before, you'd have to type in like glam curly styles. Now, if you type in glam hairstyles, it's going to give you these options to select your texture. You can even select shaved and bald. So this is available in the US, the UK, Canada, Great Britain, Ireland, Australia. Does anyone say Great Britain? New Zealand, and it is available on all devices. So check that out. You can type in, for example, summer hairstyles, and you're going to see some cool stuff. So do we want to see that? Do we want to see that? It's pretty neat. Let's look at it. I'll share my screen. Oh boy. Once again, too many things open. I'm going to share this one. Okay. All right. So here's the release on it. Let's go to Pinterest.com. And we'll just search it here and see what we come up with. Summer hairstyles. Side note, is anyone else having trouble with idea pins uploading? Because I am. All right, a new way to search for hairstyle ideas. What do we want? I'm going to go with mine unless somebody else wants to put in what their texture is. So I'm going to go with curly. Probably do wavy too. We'll do curly. Okay. It's going to walk us through all of this. Okay. So I've searched for summer hairstyles, and I want to filter it by curly. Let's see what we got. Very good. Okay, a little TikTok video. Guess what I'm not seeing here, you guys? Are you not seeing what I'm not seeing? Let me know in the comments. Am I being too cryptic? What I'm not seeing are idea pins. So I always love it when we can spot a hole in the content. That would be one of them. Let's see if some of these other textures have them. Video is good. I would want to see some idea pins in there too. Not one. Okay. Really? Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Or what do we have for bald and shaved? Very nice. Again, so, all right, let's not skip the straight hair in case anybody wants to see. Yeah, I would have thought there'd be some here, right? Okay, so if this is you, if this is your thing, create some idea pins. Okay, so what else do we have going on? We have, if you use idea pins, and I think on video as well, you always had the option to say that you had tried something, right? And you could upload a photo to show how yours came out. I used to do that sometimes with recipes, and it's kind of cool for people to see your take. Well, speaking of your take, that's what they're changing it to. Instead of tries, it's going to be your take. And instead of uploading a comment or a photo, you're going to create your own idea pin and link it. Okay, so how is that going to work? Obviously, they really, really want more content on the platform. And what content do they want? They want idea pins. So let's see how this might work. I'm gonna share my screen again. Let me know if you have ideas for what we should look at. And I don't even know if this is going to work on desktop, but we'll try it together. An awful lot of interviews today, which was great, really. I can't tell if you can see it, if it's working right. But anyway, okay, so here are my idea pins. I'm going to search for, let's see, what should we do? Where am I going to find some idea pins? Maybe here, social media branding. Marketers are all over this stuff, right? I got Kitty. We'll do. Okay, so here's where we are. Excuse me for a second. Social media branding. Let's see if we can find an idea pin. Why am I not finding any idea pins? Where do I know we could find some idea pins? How about, and tell me if you have a better idea, please. Kitchen Island ideas. Maybe that will find something for me. Okay, here is an idea pin. All right, so I can get through. Those are pretty. Not so much an idea to create as it is a just kind of a lookbook, right? So not exactly what idea pins were meant to be, but nice to look at anyway. Let's try this one. Okay, we've got comments. I do not see a way to add your take. And in fact, I'm still seeing tried on some. So maybe that's rolling out, but that is exciting and really obvious that they want us to create idea pins. Like I said, I have one that I took forever to make and now it won't upload. So that's disappointing. I have to try creating it all over again. The stickers on idea pins are new. So if you haven't updated your iOS app, you might not be able to add stickers. Update it and you'll see some new stickers. I think one of the stickers that is the most exciting is where you can mention brands. So if you're using some product by a brand, for instance, Jenna hasn't seen a lot of idea pins on home decor. You know, that was, there aren't a lot of idea pins on anything, really. Let me know if you're seeing them overtake a niche. I just see a huge opportunity there that we should all be using. But anyway, mentions and product tags on idea pins are fantastic. Now, I don't have affiliate relationships with like the paint that I use or the mediums that I use for my painting. I don't really care about that right now. I just want to see how it works. Maybe if I get a comment from a brand, which I do get sometimes if I tag them with that mention sticker. You need to have your app up to date in order for that to show up too. Last piece of news that I'm aware of is that starting today, in the US anyway, even non-business accounts will be able to create idea pins. Can't quite use takes and product tagging yet, but it sounds like Pinterest is just really all in on idea pins, which we knew anyway, but making them available for everybody is pretty cool. So let me know what you think of the new features, the new hair pattern search, tries becoming takes, new stickers, and everyone in the US anyway, creating idea pins. Thinking about if you are someone who does hair. So what do we do? Summer hairstyles. How do we get ourselves in the right category? Let's look at that for just a sec. Okay, it's this one. All right. So how accurate is it? And what is it looking at? Is it looking at the photo itself? Is it looking at the title and description? Let's see if we can figure that out. Let's go back to coily. Are they actually saying it's coily? I'm not seeing that. So let's dig in a little deeper. Got some music. Okay. Follow for more inspo. Save to just plain old videos. I don't see anything in there to indicate what pattern it is other than the video itself, which is kind of interesting, right? That's very smart. Curly hairstyles. But it's showing up in coily, and that's appropriate, right? Some gorgeous coily hair. It really looks like it is strictly the photo or video that it's looking at. And it's pretty accurate too. Okay, so if this is you and you want to get your pins in the right filter, it's just about the photo. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to use a title and description that match and a board name as well, but you're probably doing that anyway, right? You're not going to put all your hairstyles into one board. You're going to break them up by maybe hair pattern now, but also like whether it's formal or casual or length, break them up as much as you can. Okay, that is all we have for this week. Thanks for stopping by. Always nice to see you. And we'll talk again soon. Take care. Bye.